Ha ha ha. You're closed, motherfucker.
Fuck you.
You're a smart motherfucker, that's right.
How much you say? We cool?
Hi. Friday. For all you people that work on weekends, I'm sorry. Christine's one of them. What are we looking at? We're looking at Inbound Peanut Butter Milk Stout. Contains nuts. Coincidentally, this was brought over by Gage when he asked for something special. I'm like, you come over here to ask for my daughter's hand in marriage and you bring over fucking peanut butter beer? Okay, welcome to the family, son. Okay, I've had this. Christ, that was like, I don't know, a month ago, I can't remember. This was before the whole... A smooth and chocolatey milk stout encounters the richness of golden peanut butter. Prepare to be torn between drinking all this beer at once and hoarding it like squirrels stash acorns. I don't know about acorns. Around here, it's like... Well, everybody around here gives the damn thing peanuts, including us for a while, until they were literally knocking on the back door. People! Serious. Not making it up. I wouldn't lie. I wouldn't mat on you, you know? Sorry, Matt. Love you. Okay, let's see if I'm gonna pour the way I pour. A nice stream down the side, maintaining my head all the way to the crest of my receptacle, hoping that even standing here acting all smug, that it still doesn't overflow onto the frickin' floor. Okay. Hoo-ha! Smells like a peanut butter milk stout. Cheers. Okay, so it has all the right things. Reacquainting myself with it. It's not overpowering on anything. If memory serves, that night I had a couple. Of course, then I came down here and showed him how it's properly done with 9.3. He, ooh, wow, that could have been bad down the road. The handle to the Snap-on box, which has folding knives in it. Now, it has knives that I like more than the ones that are down below in the man crate that Sammy Poo gave me, and I kept the box because it says man crate on it. The rope handle flipped to the side, and as I was putting the bottle back, the bottle went right into the handle. So if I would just nilly-willy grab the box to put it over here to open it up to, look at knives. 9.3, straight to the tarmac. So it's it has a nice silky. Was that the word they used? I think they used smooth. A silky like milk chocolate. I noticed when I watched some of this, along with Sharky sending me some of his personal highlights, I was like, this slideshow is a hard thing to avoid. Oh God! This reminds me of a night once. I would have liked to have been there. I have no packages to open, but I do have that kick-ass knife. You know, it's Friday, so if I'm going to be walking around, I'm going to be walking around with some cool shit. And I've got the Punisher blade, another addition to the family of things that the government, who knows best for all of us. I mean, heaven forbid. I mean, I've been carrying fixed blade knives on my side. Wade, proud of me. And you know, you got this big old fixed blade right on my side where all I have to do is go like this and it's in my hand, but somehow this is a problem. I would still like some retard, aka a liberal politician, or you know, exactly what is it? Is it that it's scary to you? Is that you don't understand how they work? I mean, you personally think that this, I don't even know if it might make it through this. See, a piece of napkin was enough. I mean, I'm not exactly, because that's a really nasty point. I mean, I'm not at the point where I'm willing to go, watch this. So, oh, no. So, let's make up some rules, and we don't know shit. I mean, if you watch some of these politicians, especially the ones now talking about guns and what they're capable of, you know, like everything now is full auto. I mean, that's full auto. You know, it's because it's an AR. It's, first of all, it's a bullshit term to start with. I mean, I realize I'm speaking to the choir here, but assault weapon. That was made up by a libtard in our government to try to make them sound scary. What's scary is if you look at all of the mass shootings with ARs, they have all been performed by a Democrat. So, do we disenfranchise all of the law-abiding citizens that are granted the ownership of firearms, no matter what they are, according to our founding fathers? Oh my God, if there was a scenario where they just could come back for a day and straighten a few things up. Like, here's a pile of firearms. Do you, our founding fathers, have an issue with our citizens owning any of these? Well, does the government have them? Yes. Then you need to have them. It's very frustrating to see what happens when, you have a bunch of fucking commies running our country, leading us down the path to China and war, all based on lies. Have you guys been following along on all the stuff about the Ukraine? That wasn't a Floydian, that was the rest of the story. They are not winning the war against the Russians. Not to mention, we have troops there. All this stuff that's been released. Now this guy, who leaked all the stuff, has been arrested and will probably spend the rest of his life and a couple of terms beyond that imprisoned for leaking the bullshit that our government has been doing to us. Like I've constantly said, people say, oh, Eric, you're a conspiracy theorist because what you said can't be proven by CNN, ABC, NBC, and the rest of the fucking liars. The in cahoots, all by design. I love the videos, and I don't give a shit if you find it on Fagbook or you find it on TikTok, where they take one channel, ABC, the little march in lockstep to what the government tells me what to say, and then they go to the same exact line being said by someone at another government-run news organization, and another, and another, and another, and another. And it's like, oh my God, it is, you people have received your marching orders from the government, and you are saying exactly what they told you to say. Yes. Play Spidey all day long. I'll show you how to shoot a web that her face can get out of. So a bunch of stuff came out, and they're going, oh my God, we don't know how we could ever get the genie back in this bottle. Oh, you mean the truth? They are wondering how to undo people finding out the truth. Again, our founding fathers had it correct when they said, the only way our government properly works is when the government fears us. Unfortunately, we have too many sheep. And then the people that want to speak out constantly get silenced. This is my third YouTube channel. First, they deleted B&E Brew Reviews for claiming disinformation about the you-know-what. Even though you're a fucking idiot if this moment in time you don't know for a fact that there was erection. About my erection when I was 20, when my eyesight, I mean, flat out, how many people would not have voted for Biden knowing the true level of corruption? Yet, if me and you jaywalked, we're getting a ticket. If we jaywalked and spit on somebody, we're going to jail. But Hillary Clinton walks the streets, Bill Clinton walks the streets, Biden still is supposedly the leader of our country, and he is like, there's mafia dons going, wow, God, I wish I could get away with that level. Then his own son, Dad, aka the big guy, taking all those bribes, but that's okay. You can't handle the truth anymore because you will be silenced by WokeTube doing what they've been told to do. It puts the lotion in the basket, or it gets the hose again. Meet you on the next channel. Thankfully, as of this moment in time, my warning, I actually got it appealed, which was incredible to itself. I had another copyright infringement for using music I paid for, and this time normally I always win those appeals, but John has informed me lately, and NIHAP, you know exactly what I'm talking about, is the AI out there, it just decides, and it just... At what point in time do we burn this place to the ground? I mean, it's one thing when a fentanyl-taking, loser, criminal, wife-beating, worthless societal piece of shit, George Floyd. I just love anybody that wants to celebrate that piece of shit. The best thing about him dying was him dying. I wish he would have died sooner. And the cop, no matter what you have been told about all that, if you actually hear the shit that you should have heard, he should have walked. Oh, he was kneeling on his neck. Oh, I'm sorry, but there wasn't anything that he was doing that wasn't part of the training program. And the fact that the loser piece of shit Floyd took so many drugs when the cops rolled up on him, no matter what, he would have been dead. But of course, that was silenced. You're not allowed to know about that. And then you go look at the 12 jurors, And they've already seen the place burn to the ground. And now, if you were on that jury, I said this just shortly after it. I'd be like going, I gotta write a note saying this motherfucker is innocent. But if I say that he's innocent, I am in fear of my life and the life of my family. They were putting out the information on who those jurors were. Wow, that was a fair. That worked out fair. It's a rigged system, and we will always lose until we take it back. But who's got the cojones to take back our country and make it great again? The best we can actually hope for is guidance under Trump. And I know several of my own friends are like, well, I wouldn't vote for him because it's just going to be 4 years of, they're going to be trying to impeach him for jaywalking and chewing bubblegum the wrong way and blah, blah, blah. Well, he's still got more done. He's still got more done in those 4 years than any frickin' Democrat ever has. Not to mention, everything that he pledged when he ran, he did. Look at what he was able to accomplish with both sides going against him. I'm sorry. At this point in time, if you go, oh, but he doesn't do this or he doesn't do that, well, guess what? For everything else that he does, it's the only option that we have. Trump 2024. Yeehaw. Cool-hearted bastard says 2 thumbs up and 2 shots, being first. Clyde says second. Then Clyde says whiskey and revolution for all. And then Phil says 4 shots. Overserved, Phil. Poco says not it. I feel like I've read that one before. Rich Huff says cheers all. Cheers, Rich. Multi-Gunman says, where's the Bud Light tranny can beer review, laugh out loud? I'm not, what did I hear today? Budweiser lost like 20 billion since they rolled out this campaign? At what point in time do they go, that was a goddamn stupid thing to do? And of course I've heard that the woman that the VP of marketing, she'll never lose her job because she'll just say you're being a homophobe and a racist or whatever for getting rid of me and blah blah. Well, I think the nation has spoken. Go woke, go broke. I hope it continues to happen to every company. And maybe if enough stuff like this happens, the next company about to make a stupid decision, to me, nothing says beer sells like an ugly, skinny dude with mental illness thinking that he is a female. Mental illness. And why is it that it's dudes that want to be females? You don't really see a lot of females that want to be dudes. Evidently, the mentally ill one that killed 9 people, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, my heart just goes out to the tranny community. What about the 9 people? What is wrong with you? Not to mention the interview that I saw where he's like, you blame the gun. Uh-huh. You don't blame the transsexual that went in and killed the 9 people. Uh-uh. Then we can never reach you. We will never, ever be able to reach people that stupid. Salty says, is it real or is it nakedness? Naked. Poco. I really don't like the Tactical Toolbox channel. He's a noob trying to pass himself off as knowledgeable. He clickbaits all of his videos. And Sharky says what I'm saying. Who? Smile money. Snow mold is real. You better start the move to a desert climate like Mexico. Well, there is a reason that a lot of people, as they start to age, giddy up and get the fuck out of places like this. Snow mold could be one of them. Whiskey and a revolution. You know? I mean, I'm not going to drink it. I'm just going to smell it. How about a little something from Gun Glutton? A little of the Weller Special Reserve. Didn't scourge. 2 minutes in, you haven't even cracked the beer. Take a sip of some kind of liquid with some kind of mixing with your fridge down. With your fridge down there. Poco sub comment. What are the channel? What are you the channel? What are the channel police? It's his channel. He can do whatever he wants. If he butt chugs his beer, you're gonna watch and you're gonna like. Pretty much. Yeah. You're not the boss of me. Wow. Speaking of butt chugs, Poco. Twofer. You can even see the little bumpies on her butt. Locked and loaded tonight. Don't know what we're going to do yet, but looking forward to it. Just so you know, I will be adiosing myself in a few minutes. I'm cooking dinner. And I need to get it started. I did all the preliminaries before I turned the camera on, so I literally just have to walk upstairs and turn shit on and set it and press a button. And before I completely forget, I mean, 22 minutes in, half of you are still here. I did a thing today. Some may say I've wasted money, and that's fine. Waste your own money the way you want to waste it. Didn't scourge you, argumentative piece of shit. I stopped to visit Christine at work, you know, the DMV, and I decided to purchase a custom license plate for Vivian. I will leave it up to you to guess what the plate says. Ed's Bomber Girl. You know, I really, that is not a hint. That's, you can't have a hashtag, and it's, too many words. You can only have, I think you can have 7. So there was it could have been just a B, and then, I don't know, it's, I wanted to call Vivian. So besides that, I already have a hashtag Be Like Ed license plate frame on Vivian. The only fly in the ointment was Vivian is on a 1963 Plymouth down in the cities. So Christine's boss said that a lot of times we can, you know, fake it a little bit, and he used V instead of VI V-I-V-I-A-N. He used V1-V-I-A-N. So he was able to punch that in and have that take. So it's not perfect, but when you look at it, unless you stand there and realize that it's a 1 instead of an I, it looks like Vivian. So right now she, and the other nice thing is it's a forever plate. So if for some reason I want to move that to another motorcycle or a car or whatever, that's V1 V-I-V-I-A-N is now officially mine. So, and I have to say that Christine's Christine's boss is a very nice guy, and I can see at least one reason that she enjoys going to work, because if you work for an asshole, it sure makes for a long day. Discourage. You should put down one of those doggy pee pads down there in the brew cave. Or just not spill. Oh, Poco says, for Matt and Miles? Question mark. Jolson says, who says there aren't some already? Discourage says to Poco, yes, but also when he pours like a dingus. Well, you know, I should pour the way I like to pour instead of even trying something challenging. You know, I figured 12% it was gonna, you know, resist a little bit, but sometimes not the case. So, evidently our spring was one day. As far as I can see in the calendar, the nicest day is looking like a 48-degree day. Tomorrow, rain, and possibly rain and snow and accumulating on Sunday. But I think at any point in time now I can safely take the plow off the truck. I just don't have a frickin' place to put it. I'd possibly put it out back by my garage, but if you don't have a level surface, it turns into a real challenge to try to mount and dismount. PX4 Storm, 9mm, and big old boobies. Cold-Hearted Bastard says, robbed of the outro, babe. She'll be back. Hector the Cat, you must have missed it. It was just Miles in the G-string. You. And then Phil says to Hector, glad I missed it then. Sharky. Thought I could smell poo. Hector the Cat, hey! Here I am on the second channel. Been a while. Hardly use it, so you know. But here I are. By the way, my box is clean and magical. Yeah, it's something I will never, ever fucking find out. Smile Money. Pretty sure those parts were doohickeys and whatchamacallits. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, I'm probably gonna bust into this maybe tomorrow. I definitely have some more stuff to order. Like, this is absolutely a complete piece of shit. If I could snap this thing off again, which is obvious because I've already snapped it off once, but I am also waiting on parts. I mean, the actual install back into the bike can't happen until I get the enrichment circuit for the choke plungers. White guy problems. Zeus, we definitely qualify as intergalactic misfits. Well, and I'm glad to have you as part of my family. Tomcat, on a serious note, I have recently become aware of something called Agenda 30. This is the UN blueprint for saving the earth and fucking up our lives. If you have not read it, you should. Okay, Google, turn off the alarm. And that is...
All right, cancelled.
Awesome. You are awesome.
Me awesome. Thank you.
Be right back. I gotta choke my chicken. Woo! Well, the other girl and that one. I literally walked upstairs. Went, Steven? Was it a gummy bear kind of day? No comment. Wade definitely appears that way. Where's Matt when you need him? Steven? I don't think Steven approves. I know, I don't. I mean, nothing against Matt, in case he's watching. Zeus, I've been wanting custom plates for my truck. CKN FKR. What do you think? So, okay, so here's the other thing. Ben, Christine's boss, he was like, there's like algorithms now that like spin any combination to see if there's anything naughty that it could possibly mean. Not to mention, I actually had to give a definition of why I wanted Vivian in case for some reason the letters spelt out violent, insurrection, violets, anal, that kind of thing. And I'm like, shit, this is easy. Vivian is my friend Ed, and Christine was working at the very next station. She goes, Ben knows all about Ed. And I'm like, well, Ed always wanted a bomber girl. And John never made the bomber girl while he was alive. And when we were in Maine and we were coming back with Vivian sitting on the trailer behind the Honda, I decided, I go, we need to name the bike. We need to name the bike and we need to name Ed's bomber girl, which is going to be the name of the bike. And we decided the girls, Jules and Christine, they started off in like the 1930s. What was a typical name in the 1930s? Something around World War I, World War II, that kind of thing. And they were going down the line, and all of a sudden they got to Vivian, and both of them just stopped, and I'm like, yeah. V Max, Vivian, VV. Whatever. Fuck you guys. I love volleyball. Watching it. That's the problem with sports. There's so many could be attractive girls minus boobs. Like watching volleyball, beach volleyball, and it's like, come on, man. Can you imagine if like maybe even just a mosquito landed there? I mean, just something. I don't know. There's like 3,280 something pictures in this rotation, but somewhere in here is Vivian. Now, I'm still trying to figure out how I can get her on the gas tank because, the faux tank. There's not the gas tank on a VMAX is not what you think it is. It's under my butt. It's like a big bomb, or kind of a little bomb, not big enough bomb. 107 miles worth of fuel. Maybe it's because you can make it get really, really terrible gas mileage. Not me, of course. I just peter around. I mean, kind of keep it somewhere around 2,000 RPMs or less. Redneck. Greetings, Captain. If you're reading this, you survived Friday. Let the weekend begin. Absolutely. Then he says 13% is right there in the sweet spot for ABV. Nice pour. They get away from you sometimes. Then he says, love the bamboo. Yes, it's very good. McLean, vacuum leak. In the bike's carbs or line somewhere. That'll make your engine race. Just a thought, sweetheart. See, I don't know where you got that, because as far as I know, there is no vacuum leaks. The bike runs, idles, drives, everything fine, and it never happened to me. It was under known problems, and I drove it from. I was actually the last one to drive it. I drove it from Sam's place over in Wisconsin to where it's resting right now in the garage, and it never did the whole race on thing. But yeah, I don't know. It acts like the throttle hangs up. I mean, other than finding that one piston for the enrichment circuit was not getting activated because the little stem, the nipple at the top, was broken off. So the little yoke. So you had 3 circuits out of 4. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming that thing has to be pulled. I mean, I never. Yeah, this thing has to be pulled up, because here is the broken stuff, and I'm assuming that because Miles is the one that took it apart, but using logic. It looks something just like this. There's supposed to be a little nipple on the top of it that the fork went through, and that's broke off. So if this thing... Wow, I don't like how it well, it shouldn't go all the way in there anyway. Actually, it shouldn't go beyond that point, so I guess it doesn't matter that it feels like it hangs up. But yeah, this could be a weapon right now. If I held onto the back of it and let go, this thing would be more vicious than an out-the-ender knife. Idiots from the government. But yeah, so there's no way that this thing was like getting pushed on its own and causing it to. Yeah, it's spring-loaded, so when it's not being pulled up by the forks or the yokes, it's down inside its spot. But I ordered 4 new ones, just figuring what the hell they were. I don't know, they're $8 a piece. So I don't know. I mean, nothing else on this thing. All I know is I'm going to be mad if I completely rebuild it and it continues to do the same thing. McLean, after you put the carbs back on, if the problem persists, spray starting fluid on the outside of the carbs. If the motor revs high, you got a leak. That old fuel line is highly suspect. Yeah, that definitely. That thing is, I guess it doesn't matter. I'm going to replace it. But if I pulled this up, I can. Seems how it's permanently maintaining the Clinton curve. Cheap old gun guy. And now for the news.
Watch your body. Watch your body. Watch your body.
McLean, no more acid cigars in California, boys. Yeah, we talked about that this morning. His chewing tobacco has been outlawed. I can just drive. It's McLean. it is less than a half a mile from here. Separating me and acid cigars and your brand of chewing tobacco. I mean, you know, do you need me to put a love package together for you? I mean, other than a load on a napkin and it just says, this is what you missed? I mean, I might go over there tomorrow and pick up some acid cigars and then take a picture, send them to you. Oh, he's going to be so pissed. Hey, I realize I shouldn't laugh because everywhere everybody lives, we are all under the same potential problem. I mean, California and Oklahoma, I mean, they all seem like great places right now, but this is the deep state. Do you honestly think that it isn't probable that DeSantis could have some kind of an accident so that they can reinstall the person that they want there? Because DeSantis is making them look bad. I am honestly amazed that Trump hasn't, like, by accidentally slipped and fell in his tub. I mean, I realize nothing has ever changed. It has always been the deep state, the corrupt pieces of shit, and I don't know, did this start like immediately? Was there a couple of members of the founding fathers that went, I'll get in, and eventually we are playing the long game. We will. These pieces of shit sheep, they go amongst their days. They're so easy to manipulate. We will get the white people to argue with the black people. They won't even be able to pay attention to us screwing them. Daddy, I'll call you back. I mean, seriously, anybody that thinks that this hasn't gone on for a long time, but the corruption, if you honestly knew everything that was really happening, you wouldn't even believe. You would be looking around wondering, how do you unplug? How do we get out of this matrix? The lies, the manipulation. I mean, like I said, just get the whiteys to argue with the blackies. And then just, you know, Democrats are killing people with guns. But somehow it's the problem of the gun. Love the outfit. I'd love to go jogging with her. So, these people are so easy to manipulate. It's like, oh my God, we got to get rid of all the guns. Oh, really? Exactly what flavor of gas do you prefer in your chamber? Who's dead? It's a possibility, period. Hey, did you get the video I sent you? Question mark. It's Miles. He wants to do breakfast tomorrow. Hang on. Big Daddies? Question mark. See, Hector, it's not just you. Miles sent me something. Hector can send me a fucking picture, and it's like Tap to download. Oh, how many times do I have to tap that hole? Yeah, I won't download. I don't know. I don't know honestly how I feel about this phone. OnePlus is like the new kid on the block, and they don't get all of the same favors and stuff that say that Samsung gets. I think overall, if it's almost like I almost feel like the software companies just like fuck with them to make life harder. I'll tell you the one thing: if you have an issue where you go, man, I never have enough battery, that phone is a beast for a battery to start with. Then today, and I'm going to plead the fifth on why my phone was down to 12% as of coming home to get cleaned up. I mean, it's not like I was just on it all day long when I should have been doing something else. But the Havoc charging system, I plugged it in, walked into the kitchen, fondled a couple of breasts, soaked them or sprinkled olive oil on them and blah, blah, blah. I mean, I spent less than 10 minutes. 10 minutes. And it went from 12% to 46% on a charge. The Havoc charger, I mean, you can use the Havoc charger on other devices. It will charge other devices faster than the charger that came with that device, but it doesn't respond like it does when it gets plugged into its... When mommy gets plugged into her little baby, it's boom. Yeah, and it even has a little cool little display and says Havoc. Yeah, a full charge is from 0 to 100% is like 15, 18 minutes tops. Try that at home. But it's like text messaging. Your text didn't send. Your text didn't send. Your text didn't send. Double tap to resend. Tap to resend. Tap to resend. The only thing that ends up working is at literally restarting the phone, and then it works. Yes. Matt Davis says, yep, beer time. Then Matt says, what was, that was alcohol abuse. If I've ever seen it, laugh out loud. I apologize. I'm sorry. I should have licked it off the floor. McLean, wait. So you're saying there are no Mexicans in Duluth? I'm on my way up. Well, here's the funny thing, McLean. Probably the most Mexicans we've had up here is because of the Murphy oil refinery after it blew up like 3 years ago now. As a matter of fact, one of our project houses is occupied by a bunch of Mexicans. They are just renting the house until we're done with Spooky, and then they will move out. And yeah, I don't know. There's one thing I can say, is they pay their rent. Unlike, never mind, we won't go there. I don't think it's Mexicans that are running into Target and Walmart. You know, Walmarts are closing all over the place because they're just like, fuck you. It's like, so what's going to happen to these towns? A lot of towns, sorry, it's going to blow. So many towns developed because a Walmart opened near them or in them. And now the Walmarts are saying, you know what? You take your trash and you just... Closing. It's closing time. Wait, I remember when you only had Tac Pack openers and black or brown Dick ones. Come on, Wade. Wade, you wanted to stay outside. You actually have a life outside of your basement? Congratulations, my friend. Yeah. Especially for us, you know, trapped inside all frickin' winter long, and all of a sudden we have just an absolutely beautiful day the other day. It's like, God. Yeah, no, I'm not going to go hang out in the basement. Jolson says, we need more cowbell. EMT Railfan, Delta 6, to get it out of the way. D6. D6 is a hit. And
Fuck Joe Biden! Fuck Joe Biden! Fuck Joe Biden!
you know, I've been seeing a lot of videos lately of people saying that Biden is whoever's playing Biden is wearing a mask. Of course, I also saw a video from a lady that was part of a special program of the CIA, and they said their department is why Hollywood has the state-of-the-art stuff that they can do. That it wasn't actually the movie industry that started this, it was part of the CIA. Making faces that are so lifelike you wouldn't know. So people are putting up videos, like, he reaches around to scratch, and it looks really weird. But of course, the definition of this video is like, I don't know, 320 or less. I mean, it looks like a typical Sasquatch filming video. I mean, we have 1080, and all of a sudden, whenever we see Bigfoot running through the woods, it looks like it's filmed on a BlackBerry from the early 80s. But yeah, it like wrinkles weird, but the definition of the video sucks. All I have to say to you that say that someone is wearing a mask pretending to be, the best you can come up with is to pretend you're a fucking retard that can't remember where he is or his own name other than the fact that he likes ice cream? Come on. Jesus Christ. Mike says cheers. Cheers, Mike. Sharky, cheers all. Red AK on deck with a nice drum. Here we go. Then he says 14 minutes and 50 seconds. Never mind. I died by Sun Tzu. Okay.
Due to current wind conditions.
Hey, that's good. It's a good look on my face. Looks like Matt's blowing me. Sharky, 2625. That's how I like my tea. Oh. See, now, Sharky, Sharky, I have to make an executive decision. The last girl versus your choice. But that's just me. She's definitely, yeah. She's okay, too. Then Sharky says, Golf 6. G6. G6 is a hit. G6 is a hit that caused a ship to sink. It's closing time. That's right, Sharky. Write it down immediately, dumb shit. Not you, me. First blood in the water. It's closing. Everybody heard about the bird. The bird. What? I don't know what that was. Sharky, outro robbery, but the last brew babe was super fantastic. That's it. I already smell chicken. Hope it's not burning. Going to the club. Going to the club, and I'm going to get... Hang on. Ed, my brother, I miss you. A lot of people miss you. I don't know. Like I said, I can't remember who told me that vanity plates, there's a reason they call them vanity plates. It's Ed's bomber girl. Ed, I realize you never got to meet your bomber girl, but when your lovely bride is the main person that picked Vivian, pretty sure that you would approve. I'm sorry that some asshole down in the cities has a '63 Plymouth that has already used the Vivian spelt right, but Vivian with a 1 instead of an I at the beginning is just fine with me. Mike says Sam should report that hateful lady that waited on her at the other window. Actually, I'm going to have to ask Christine, but Christine was planning on telling Ben how Sam was treated. So, Smile Money says, cheers, clubbers. Okay, I am going to go, work on this. Like to work on those. Nothing better sometimes than hitting the heavy bags. Oh, look, I forgot to wear a bra or a shirt. I have sleeves. Let's take a picture. Love that girl. Okay. Hopefully you join me on Locked and Loaded tonight. Planning on just having, I don't know, fun. See you tomorrow. Cheers.